Hello there. Welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you so much for being here. This is your mid-month of May. Happy birthday to all you Taurians who are still having your birthday, to those who have already had your birthday, and of course we're moving into Gemini season. So I should say happy birthday to all Geminis out there as well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm doing a 4-card spread today. I will be using the Mystical Tarot. And it's by Guiliano, Costa. So I will be putting all the names of the decks that I'm using. As you already know, the astrology cards that I always use, everything will be in the description box below. I will be taking 3 LENORMAND as well, and my usual SIBILLA cards. So hope that everyone is good. We're having a full moon in Scorpio on the 18th of May. I suppose it depends on where you are in the world. Today's actually the 14th of May when I'm doing these readings. 14th and 15th, they will be completed. And as I was saying, full moon in Scorpio on the 17th or 18th, depending on where you are in the world. So we know that Scorpio is very deep. Scorpio is very passionate, and Scorpio loves to connect on a very deep and profound level. So we're all going to be feeling these energies. So it's all about truth and getting to the bottom of things. And Scorpio is a very sexual sign as well. So a lot to do around intimacy and our deepest, most darkest thoughts, feelings, emotions. So that's going to be interesting to see what will be culminating, because full moons are a culmination. What will be culminating on or around the full moon. So, all right, on to the readings. I won't keep you long. Thank you again. Let's go on to the readings. Hello, dear Libra. Welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you for being here so much. Libra, it's mid-May monthlies that I'm doing right now, 2019. And it's almost Gemini season. The sun is still in Taurus. What's very important is in the next few hours, Venus will be meeting up with Mars in a very positive meeting. It's called a sextile. For those of you that know astrology, obviously, you are familiar with that. So Venus is getting ready to move into Taurus, its rulership, in about a day. So for everyone, it's going to be Venus is going to be extra strong. And what's mostly interesting is that Venus will be conjuncting, so she will be touching on Uranus in Taurus in about 4.5 days, and that will be interesting. That will be actually a couple of days before the sun moves into Gemini. So, dear Libra, the full moon is on the 17th or 18th, depending on where you are, in Scorpio. So full moon in Scorpio, you know that that's a very, very strong, very potent full moon. Scorpio is very dark, very passionate. It's ruled by Pluto. And Pluto being on the south node with Saturn in Capricorn, it's a very, very karmic time right now, everyone. Already I've had indications of things that will be happening in June, which are the prelude to the eclipses of July. So get ready. I mean, it's change is bound for a lot of people. Just mentioning right now that I'm doing your reading, there's a beautiful, beautiful Earth trine, which is the moon is connected to Pluto, South Node, and Saturn. And from Pluto, Saturn, and South Node, it connects to the Sun, and the Sun over to the Moon. So it's a triangle, yeah? And it's called a grand Earth trine, which is very, very positive. So it is, it's about 6:15 p.m. in Sydney, May 14th. So it's very grounding energy and very, very positive, dear Libra. So the full moon in Scorpio is happening in your second house of values, comforts, the five senses, as well as wanting to feel good. Now Scorpio is all about penetration, right? It's all about going deep. So relationships that are on a deep, profound level will be looked at whether they are of value or not. Now Scorpio is also death and transformation, so change could be happening, especially with the South Node being together with Pluto, and Pluto is the ruler of Scorpio. Therefore, you know, the changes could be coming in. You will see things that will be coming to the surface with full moons, their culminations, their completions. So there is some sort of completion that's happening for you in your second house. Now, in your fourth house, that's where the karmic release is happening. Fourth house of family could be anything to do with authorities, with the father, with also career, because Capricorn is all about our career and work. So many, many changes are going on, people. So it's very interesting to see that these readings, most of them, and you're the sixth sign that I'm doing, everyone practically had the death card in their reading. So I'm doing a 4-card spread. Let's take your cards and see what's going on for you. Libra, in the now position, you have the 8 of Cups. Crowning your reading is the Queen of Pentacles. At the base and the root of the issue is work. 8 of Pentacles. In the recent past, you have the Wheel of Fortune, which is the card of Jupiter. Now, Jupiter is in Sagittarius, its own home sign, and it's retrograding. So let's take the outcome card. And we've got the Page of Pentacles. Beautiful, lots of pentacles. So I would say that Libra is mainly dealing more than likely with more Capricornian energy. So a lot of what's going on in your 5th house, what did I say? In your 4th house of family, the mother, your foundation, your career, what's your stability? There are changes happening there. The transformation is seriously happening there. But we've got very positive aspects at this time. There is a focus on Jupiter in Sagittarius, which is in your 3rd house. And Sagittarius is all about higher education. It's about foreign exchange, like, you know, dealing with foreigners, people from different backgrounds. It's also a lot to do with spirituality. And I do tend to see the 8 of Cups as an indication of growth, a growth spurt where spirituality is concerned. And we do have the eclipsed moon there, as you could see. But it's funny that this in this deck, the Mystical Tarot, the man is actually looking towards the past. So yes, obviously with the South Node, Pluto and Saturn, the South Node is you're dealing with things that you should be letting go, past karma from your childhood, from a past life. Things like that are changing. What's at the bottom of the deck? We've got the Hierophant, which is Taurus. And Taurus is your 8th house of death and transformation. Incredible. Dear Libra, yes. So we've got the Sun, Mercury, Uranus, and Venus will be ingressing in about a day. So we're going to have a stellium of planets that's like anything over 3 planets, let's say, in a sign. So a lot is going on in your house of transformation. So yes, some of you may be dealing with a, I wouldn't say Sun Taurus. I would say more than likely it could be their moon. Because why do I say that? Because the 8th house is the natural house of Scorpio, and Scorpio is it's a water sign, yes, very deep emotional. So we do also have cups here. So the only thing, you don't have any air in your reading as of yet. I will be taking more cards, dear Libra. So let's see, take the astrology cards. I want to take another message for you and see planetarily for more information for you for mid to end May 2019, Libra. No, keep going, Libra. And we have Mercury and mind. So Mercury is in your 8th house as well, and Mercury is the messenger. Mercury goes down into Hades and brings up the messages. You know, Mercury is a neutral planet because it depends on where it is, which position it is, which aspects it's making. So it can either be a positive or a negative energy. And as I said, Mercury is the messenger, so you could be receiving messages. Now, Mercury is the left brain. It's the logic. So you are using, you know, your logic at this time. You're doing the calculations. Now, Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo. So it's a number 3, and 3s always speak of expansion and growth. So, dear Libra, let's take some LENORMAND. 3 cards for you. Three cards for Libra. Okay. We have the bear, which means protection, motherhood, and strength as well. We've also got the bouquet, which is a gift. This is something that's going to make you very, very happy. And we also have the cross. So the cross could speak of suffering, but it could also speak of religion, spirituality, your beliefs. Some people see the cross as a burden because we say, you know, that each of us have got our own cross to bear. But for me, especially when we have the Hierophant, it does speak very strongly about religion and about keeping the faith. Okay, and of course, your beliefs. Now, beneath the Hierophant, we've got the King of Wands. And the King of Wands could be a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Now, you've also got the card of the Wheel of Fortune, so I'm going to mention Sagittarian energy as well. So, I think that Libra may be dealing with someone who has got Sagittarius and Earth. We've got quite a few pentacles. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. We've got the 8 of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. So work is very important for you. I think that with the logical thinking, I think that Libra at this time is, yes, because you're an air sign and you are very cerebral. So all air signs use their intellect That's how they usually move forward. Here, though, we're having changes in the recent past. You have the Wheel of Fortune, which I see as, it's the lucky card. It's the wild card. Especially with the 3 LENORMAND that you have here, I would say that you are protected, and you are protected from source. Okay, for those of you that have had suffering, because in the now position I see with the 8 of Cups, it's that you haven't been fulfilled. You've gotten to the 8, and there are changes coming ahead. I feel that Libra is preparing for changes. Now, for those of you that have been in some sort of a situation where you haven't been fulfilled on all levels, it seems as though Libra is looking for change at this time. You're looking for something that's going to complete you. So it's not to say that you haven't been happy at all. I mean, you've got very good cards, like the 8 of Pentacles being in your home and your foundation, let's say, or in the distant past. Work has been good. You've been putting in the hours, and whatever you're dealing with, whether this is love, whether this is anything to do with even family relationships, because the death and transformation for a lot of the signs, and Scorpio is all about intimacy and sexuality. So therefore, that I feel that in relation to partnerships, love, whether the partnerships are in business or they are in family, I feel that everyone is going through some sort of a transformation. Now, with the 8 of Pentacles being in your area here in the distant past, yes, you've been putting in the hours. You've got 2 8s, and 8s are, it's like a cycle that's never ending. It's also something that is promised for the future. The 8 is a very positive, as above, so below. And the transits at this time are quite positive. So we're in a pretty good time right now. I can say it's quite benevolent. So yes, 8 of Cups are nice, but you're looking for happiness on all levels, and happiness for all the family, for all the people that are in your life that are important to you. Now, with the bear here, and it is a number 15, which is the number of the devil and Capricorn. So it does speak very strongly of a lot of work, having done your deeds, having done the right thing. And the bear is very protective, but it's also very motherly. So for some of you, this could be a relationship or something that's going on with you and your mother. I feel that there is support here, though. Now, could it be like, for some of you, there could be even a gift that's coming through from your mum. Now, the gift can be a physical gift, material goods, or it can even be just something that's going to make you very emotionally happy. We've got the 15, which equals a 6, so that's a number of balance. We've got the 9, and we've got the 36, which adds a 9. So you're just at the point to see changes happening for you, and you need to keep the faith with that cross. You need to believe in your strength, believe in your power, because that's what Pluto and the South Node and Saturn, they're very powerful. And as I said, it's in your area of home, your heritage, your extended family, right? Here with the Queen of Pentacles, yes, this could be your energy, but it can also be a mother, because the Queen of Pentacles is the mother of earth. And therefore, having her in your crowning position, of course, as I say, tarot has got many layers. So yes, you are at the point of looking at your finances. You're holding something that's very dear to you, something that you've worked hard for. Now, maybe even having an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, which is there for you. This is someone who is very stable, someone who you can depend on always. And it seems that this could even be, for me, this could even be someone that is a boss, someone that is very motherly, very nurturing for you. As I said, Capricorn is all about career, so I'm looking at that as being in your career sector. Let's not forget that number 3 is the number of the Empress, and that's the major arcana of the Mother of Earth, the Empress, right, which gives the harvest. There's plentiful to go around, and she's very Venusian. Now here, I see a lot of, with the Pentacles, there's a lot of material promise here for you. And so we've also got water here. So I would say that the water sign here would be mainly Scorpio. Now I'm just thinking that it's Scorpio. I have had no real indications. Why I mentioned Scorpio is because of the full moon, because we do have the moon here, right? But I'm going to take some more cards now. Dear Libra, some of you are very, very hopeful for this earth sign. As I said, it's a very loving and nurturing energy, so this is someone that's on your mind. This is someone who's very motherly towards you as well. Now for some of you, this could even be a partner that reminds you of your mother. And if you're a male out there, let's say, we always tend to do that. There is a natural magnetism, if we had a lot of respect or have a lot of respect for our mother, the person who's raised us, or even our father, we tend to be magnetized when we meet someone that they remind you of them, So this is beautiful energy here, and I love your reading. Now, at the end here, which is towards the end of the month of May, we've got a message that holds a lot of promise. And this is coming through from an earth sign, promising stability and financial gain. Okay, because the Page of Pentacles, pages are all about things coming in, messages that bring in change. So he seems quite jolly, and he seems as though he's like very, very good at what he does. So this could even be a student. So for those of you that are dealing with a young adult child, could be adolescent, that is still studying, then it could be that your protection and your support has brought them to the position, to some sort of a position of success. They may even be wanting to travel to further their studies. And I believe that with the bouquet here, even that kind of news is a gift for you. And this is something that you really felt very strongly that you wanted for your child. Okay, so that's beautiful. Let's take some more cards, dear Libra. Now, before I do that, with the Hierophant here, and we know the Hierophant is all about commitments. It's, the hierarchy. It's climbing the ladder. For those of you that are dealing with career, I feel that with the Wheel of Fortune that's turning, this is a time of getting ready. It's as though you're seeing the blessings with Jupiter having gone retrograde. I believe that the blessings are being seen right now. So whilst Jupiter was moving direct, Jupiter was wanting to expand and grow and bring in luck. So now whilst Jupiter in your third house, in this, in your second house, I'm so sorry. Yeah, in your, third house. Wow, confusing. In your third house of communication, education, short distance travel, siblings, neighbors. foreign cultures and very free-spirited, very spiritual. It's the guru, right? Sagittarius is the guru. So the Hierophant could be someone who is climbing the ladder, the corporate ladder. Now, this could also be a boss. This could be someone who is also advising you on a spiritual level. So some of you could be getting closer to the church, getting, as I said, aligning with your spiritual higher self at this time. And as I said, the Hierophant is all about commitments and contracts. So some of you may be moving into some new contract. Now, the Hierophant is a number 5. So, yes, Taurus, as I said, is all about values. And for some of you, because the Hierophant is a number 5, and Taurus is all about our values, especially with Uranus. Uranus in Taurus, which is your 8th house of transformation. Oh, wow, okay. And I was going to take 2 cards on the Hierophant, and what do I have for you? I have the Death card, which is Scorpio, and I have the High Priestess, which is the counterpart, the partner, let's say, of the Hierophant. So I believe that there is someone out there that is actually changing their religion. They're changing their beliefs. They're going for what they desire. They're going for what has spoken to them. And this is some sort of a big transformation. So, you know, we have to go with our heart and what we feel is right for us. Now, for others of you, if you've been in quite a mundane, more of a physical connection, let's say, more of a cerebral connection, I think that this is a spiritual connection that is happening for you. It's got, you know, your reading has got a lot to do with spirituality, especially with Jupiter here in Sagittarius, which is also spirit. Let's take some more cards. Now, the High Priestess is all about your intuition. It's having the inner knowing. And she is the moon goddess. So maybe with the new moon in Taurus, which took place at the beginning of May, something has come to the surface, something you will be shown where change will be taking place for you. Now, could it be that secrets are coming to light? Could be, because Scorpio is all about everything that is hidden. Let's take another card on the Wheel of Fortune, which is a number 10, and 10 speak of completion. So after completion, obviously, is a new beginning. Let's see what we have, and we've got the King of Cups. Interesting. So, Libra, this is Scorpio energy for you. You've got the Death card here. Obviously, it's going to be Scorpio. Now, for some of you, you're dealing with a Scorpio sun. Could even be a Taurian sun, because, you know, Taurus and Scorpio are on the same axis. So, for some of you, could even be the same person. This could be your beloved. Some of you may have been dealing with this person in the past, and they're coming back. They're coming back because they have transformed. They have, maybe you were spiritually more aware, more in tune. Maybe it's your partner that is growing spiritually. But I feel that there is an equality. You're both together here, which means that you're both going through transformation. So this is a divine union. This is a very strong connection. For those of you that have been just really, really busy with work, it looks like you're in a really good financial state right now. So what Libra is actually doing now is turning more to their spirituality. I think that that's where the growth is happening for you. So Jupiter is bringing you in the King of Cups. As I said, for most of you, it's Scorpio. Now, we could mention Cancer and Pisces as well, but Scorpio is way more prominent. Let's take a card on the Queen of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles, more Pentacles. So Three of Pentacles, and in your career section at the top of your reading also says that, and I'm just looking at your, okay, so your, right, yes. So Libra, for you, the North Node is in your 10th house, and that's the house of career. So this is a very fated time, as I've said. So Cancerian energy, again, Cancer is all about the mother, and it's all about your foundation as well. So Three of Pentacles says here that you've been noticed for your talents. For some of you, there is expansion and growth in your career. And this could even be a promotion, I'm going to say. Let's take the Eight of Cups and see what that speaks to you about. So passion is coming back. The Ace of Wands. Remember how I mentioned the King of Wands? Now, some of you are dealing with two different people. I think I did, yeah. It was your reading. One moment. So, a fire sign, which would be Sagittarius, or, as I said, a Scorpio, Scorpio or Taurus, could be either, mainly Scorpio, I would say. So therefore, the Scorpio's 7th house is Taurus, and that's what's important to mention. So Ace of Wands is that light going on, you know. It's that flicker. It's the beginning of creativity. It's the beginning of something that you feel very strongly about. Now, Scorpio is very passionate. Scorpio has got a lot to do with intimacy. And that's where I am going to say that for some of you, it could be the same person. So there are two sides to this person. One is very deep, very passionate, but there's also a lot of emotion. So, dear Libra, for those of you that are single, okay, I believe that there's been a Scorpio, for most of you, in your life, coming back from the past. I think that maybe when they were in your life, it was not the right time, because we know that Saturn together with the South Node and Pluto, Pluto's all about transformation, depth, right? Intimacy. And the South Node is all about karma. So this person is coming back from the past. It's meant to be. Now, it doesn't say whether you're going to stay together or not, but I truly feel that Libra has been concentrating very hard on their stability, on their money, on their career. But I believe that in relation to love, times are changing for you. And why I'm saying that is that in your home where the South Node is, where Pluto is, that's where the change is happening. On a very, very profound level. So it's like new beginnings, right? Aces are new beginnings. So wherever you are needing to go, whether it's a physical move or a metaphorical move, some of you may not even be moving, and it's just your partner that's coming back. And that's why we've got the Eight of Cups here. But let's take some more cards. I need more information. Let's look at that Page of Pentacles. Because I think that, Libra, your energy is up here mainly. Your concentration has been on career and money matters and work. But with the Wheel of Fortune changing here, turning, here is the King of Cups, right? So an emotional person, someone who has got an open heart and they're ready for love. They're ready for love. They're very passionate, and this is going to be a big transformation for you. Let's see what that Page of Pentacles is all about. And we've got the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands is quick movement. This is taking action, right? Some of you are needing to actually move. Now, it doesn't have to necessarily be overseas, even though we've got the Wheel of Fortune, which is Jupiter and Sagittarius. I see this energy as Sagittarius for most people. For others of you, it could be just, you know, very passionate. So Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. As you can see in the background, whatever movement or change is happening here, this, we've got the, as you can see, we've got the rainbow and a falling star in the background. What I'm thinking is that, could it be that you were dealing with someone who was quite the player? Someone was not ready to settle down. Could it be the same person? Because we did have the King of Cups. Now, in the recent past, with the King of Cups, they may have come to terms with wanting to settle down. But they could also be traveling for work. And maybe they've been living at a distance. And since they're coming in, they're coming back into your life, coming to visit. So let's take some more cards. And I believe that the minds have been, with Mercury and mind in the astrology card here, I believe that there is telepathy, there is communication through the minds here. And it's on a very spiritual level. So even on a cerebral level, you're quite the match. Let's look at the Eight of Pentacles in your foundation area. And we've got the Four of Wands. So as I was saying, Libra has been working very hard to build on their foundation. This is absolutely beautiful. Four of Wands, this is like, you know, not even a 3D energy here. Here we're on the 5th dimension. So as I said, especially with the Hierophant and the High Priestess, that's why I'm saying that your connection is on another level. Personally, I believe, and this is my belief, that we're not living one life at a time. I believe that we're living on different dimensions at the same time. So the connection has probably been made maybe on the 6th or 7th dimension. So this is a very spiritual bond that you are transforming, that is changing. So maybe the transformation, as I said before, is you're moving past the physical, right, intimate sexual relationship, and it's turning more into a cerebral, telepathic, and very spiritual sort of a connection. It has been, I feel as though you've been evolving, so has your partner, and it looks as though you're both going through the transformation at the same time. Okay, I'd like to take another card on the Ace of Wands in the now position. And we've got the Two of Wands. So we go from the Ace to the Two of Wands again, going through a new doorway. See, he's even holding that Ace of Wands. He's got the World Ball in his hand. There's so much Sagittarian energy here, and Jupiter is bringing you blessings, dear Libra. I can see that. I can see that on a very, very incredible level. Let's look at your crowning position. 3 of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. And we've got the Star. And the Star is the energy of Aquarius. Now, Aquarius is the genius. It's ruled by Saturn and Uranus. And Venus will be touching on Uranus in about 5 days. So what's that going to bring for you? I feel as though this is a wish come true. This is what's on your mind. This is what you want to accomplish. Anything to do with social media, communication, people at a distance, and a wish fulfillment. So, you know, Aquarius is up in the ethers. They're very progressive, very technologically, even their way of thinking is just out of this world. So when I say out of this world, I'm talking about another dimension. So I want to see what this Knight of Wands is with the Page of Pentacles. More information. And we've got the Moon. So the full moon again. Again, we're talking about mother, the intuition. There is a lot of, we've got the High Priestess, the new moon at her feet usually, and then the full moon. So in the month of May, it's a very big transition for Libra. Very big transition. And it's looking quite good, dear Libra. I'd like to have another look at this King of Cups on top of the Wheel of Fortune. So, and if you notice the King of Cups, he's on a boat. So travel is, this person is from another world. He is. Whether it's from this 3D plane or, you know, as I said, we could be, he could be, you and your partner could be sharing lives on different dimensions. So this is a, wow, out of this world connection. Let's take another card for the King of Cups. And oh my God. Oh wow. Okay, so for a lot of you, this is the same person. So for 1 or 2 of you out there, this is 2 different people. Okay, so we're talking about a fire sign, which would be mostly Sagittarius, and a water sign, which would be Scorpio. Okay, now Aquarius is somewhere there in the mix. And that could even be strong in your chart. But what I think that the wish card, the star card is mostly talking about, I think that it's talking about Uranus and Venus meeting up for you. I'd like to take a card on the Mercury and the mind. A bit more information on that. And we've got the 7 of Swords. Sorry. Wow, talk about intelligence. Mercury is the left brain, Uranus is the right brain, right? So we've got intellect here. This is intelligence, right? So quickly moving into the power of the mind. I think that Libra has got such power, whether it's in spirituality or through the mind. There is so much power here. Now you're quickly running into Mercury, so there are messages that are coming in quickly for you. You've got the messenger here as well. So I would say round about the full moon, we do have the full moon here. Some of you may have difficulty in sleeping on the full moon on the 17th or 18th, wherever, depending on where you're at. And you're going to have indication of messages coming through. Some of you may even be dreaming and receiving the messages through your sleep. And it's going to trigger change. But don't forget, it's also going to bring, look at that rainbow and look at that falling star. So make your wish. Make your wish, dear Libra, because there is change coming in. Let's take some Sibillas for you. First of all, I'd like to have a look at the Death card. The Death card with the High Priest and the High Priestess. We've got Denaro, which is like the Ace of Pentacles, but it's also like the Six of Cups here. So this is security, stability, a very grounding energy, but it's also a stable new beginning. And this promises safety and security. And with the Six of Cups, again, it's like the soulmate card. You know, the Six of Cups is the soulmate card. It's someone that you dealt with when you were a child or from a previous lifetime. Here comes your visitor. There is the Knight of Wands, same person. Okay, so the visitor. Some of you may be actually being, you could be the ones that are going on a voyage, but I would say more than likely you've got a visitor coming in. And we've got the La Matrice, which is the woman lover. So I see that she's quite mature, whereas here we've got the Knight of Wands. I feel as though the female, whoever takes the role of the female, is a little bit more mature. Could even be a small age difference. But you've got your backs turned to each other. You don't even know what's going on. The Queen of, this is like the Queen of Wands, right? Okay, so she's got holding something in her hands which is very, very precious. So whatever is coming in, whether this is you moving or someone is coming in to see you, whatever is going to happen, the outcome is going to be something very, very precious. Now, she's very sexual. And, you know, they're both like fire signs. So there's a strong sexual energy between the two, as well as the connection of the mind. Let's take a card or two. I'd like to see what this Queen of Pentacles is all about. So we've got Sospiri, which is like the Three of Wands, hoping and wishing for those ships to come in. So Three of Wands, Three of Pentacles. Again, for some of you, there could be three people in a situation. Okay, and I've already mentioned that. Let's take another card. So, like the Three of Wands, you've done your deeds, you've put in the hard work, you're waiting on the return right now. Here we've got the dispiacere, which is, it's called displeased, and this woman is crying, but this is the Ace of Swords. So Ace of Swords is usually a very strong beginning. It's, yes, it could speak of severing ties. So I'm going to say that some of you could be dropping someone, and I'd like to say that this could even be in business, because this is the area of business. But this is also a successful new beginning. Sometimes when I've got very positive cards, you know, with this Ace of Swords, this could also speak of, you know, bright new beginnings where there is a lot of emotion surrounding that. And we've got the Militares, so we've got the Ace of Swords and then the Ten of Swords. So, you know, for those of you that are letting down someone who's got Earth, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and maybe Aquarius in their chart, someone that was quite stable. Now, this could also be the mother that I mentioned before. And I want to say this, that for some, there might be a couple of mothers out there where their children, their boys, are going to the army. They're leaving to go and, you know, take care of their obligations towards the armed forces, whether this is the army or even, you know, whatever obligations they have. And maybe that's why there are tears here, because this is someone who's on a mission. And it's, we go from the 1 to the 10, but the 10 also breaks down to the Ace. So, and they could actually be needing to travel at a distance. And therefore it can be quite a sentimental, quite a difficult energy in that sense. And let's not forget that, you know, the area here, which would be, if we're looking at the natural horoscope here, Capricorn is at the top of the horoscope, and that's all about the law. It's all about the authorities. So, you know, this could even be someone who's working hard to get into the police academy. So a lot of messages are coming through. So this is like moving into change, but then suddenly we go from the 1 to the 10. So waiting, and then suddenly it comes in really quickly. Now, the card of the Star is a card of hope, and it's also a card of healing. So whatever, for those of you that have been deceived by thinking that you had a brand new beginning, a successful new beginning, so you went from the successful new beginning to very stern and, you know, having an uphill battle, it's necessary for you. You've got this mountain ahead of you, and it can be quite taunting. But you've got the energy and the ability to do this. So look at the bright side of things, not at the bad and the negative side of things. Now, for those of you that are dropping someone because someone that you've been committed to, you're leaving them because you've met someone that spoke to your heart, right? For those of you that have met your twin flame, your soulmate, where there's a spiritual connection, you're letting someone go. So that's why we've got also the dispiacere here. And as I say always, changes and new beginnings are never easy, especially when we've when we've been in a certain energy for a while. You know, change is never easy. Yes, some people get bored quickly, but this is fundamental change. We're talking about life changes. And this is a very, very karmic time, as I said before. So that's why we've got the, wow, I just had one card that flipped, so I'm going to take that. With the cross here, as I said, a lot of you, and I'm going to say there is one particular mother that is upset because her children are moving into something that she did not expect. So they will be becoming very spiritual, and therefore doing work for the church. So becoming a spiritual leader, a guru, and maybe this was a bit of a shock for the mother here. But still, I see the mother here, still there is protection. It can be a burden, but, you know, everything is taken hard when it's not expected, when it's unexpected, right? Given time, everything is comes more free-flowing. So, you know, time heals everything. And getting used to your surroundings, your environment, the situation. A lot of people that are fixed signs really have trouble with change. So the fixed signs are Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, and Aquarius, right? So let's look at the merchant here, who is someone who could be thinking a lot about their future, about business, about expanding work to other horizons, to foreign companies. There is a transformation happening here. Now, this could also be that there is a change within contracts and agreements. Let's take another card. And we've got the Casa, which is the Two of Cups. So the transformation that will be made here in the outcome area will be very fundamental, whether this is a business reading or a love reading. Okay, you're really putting in those roots. Those roots are deepening. So the foundation is getting much stronger. So there is, as I said, a commitment, any sort of a commitment that could be. It could also be marriage. We've got the Hierophant there. We've also got the Denaro, which is like the Ace of Pentacles, and therefore it can speak of marriage, engagement, commitment. Let's take another card. And here we've got melancholy. So someone has been in depression, but I think that after the agreement is made, this is like the Five of Pentacles. So the Five of Pentacles is an imbalance. And I want to take one more card to see why there's still a feeling of a sense of lack. And you know what? It could be people from your family, could even be your mother, someone who's taking on the role of the mother. Sometimes when our children need to fly the coop, it's not easy on the parents, especially on the mother. Let's take another card. And we've got jealousy. Oh my God. So jealousy, I feel that here there is, and it's the Eight of Swords. I think that what's going to come to light is that whatever blessings Libra is having, I feel that there is someone not very happy. So there is jealousy around you. Be careful. There is also, with the moon, this is all about deception. So be careful whether this is a friend. And I'm going to say maybe one person out there, even the mother. Okay, it could be someone that feels abandoned, and therefore there is the inclination for jealousy, right? Let's take another card. Because people don't want to be left alone. Sometimes parents get so attached to their children that they don't let them lead their own lives. Now here we've got the Empress. This is the mother with the children. For some of you, the jealousy card here could be the partner that you are leaving behind, right? And some of you have already got children from this partner, but there is something new coming through. As I said, maybe it's your ex that you're leaving behind that is the jealous one, that was also very jealous of you and the quality that you're emanating, because I feel even if you're a male out there, I feel that you're very nurturing and very loving. Okay, so I'd like to take one more card, and I have already mentioned the Empress with the Queen of Pentacles energy here. And we've got the Ladro, which is the Ten of Pentacles. So this is the thief that moves into a family situation, the negativity. If not a person, then it's just a negative connotation that there is something that is missing from a family. And what could that be? What could that be? So I would say for some of you, you do have an enemy that's around you, someone that's around your home that doesn't have your best interest at heart. Maybe they're just so jealous that their shadow side comes out. Let's take another card. And we've got the Eight of Swords again. And when I say Eight of Swords, it's the same sort of energy. But I want you to know that the Eight of Swords is only in your head. It's only an idea. It's only, you know, worry that you're fearing the worst. And especially having the Eight of Swords on top of the moon. Okay, you're fearing the worst. But this is the Ten of Pentacles here, right? Even if there is a little bit of negativity, don't forget we're dealing with a very karmic time right now. So you need to believe. I'm going to take one Lenormand. You need to believe in the blessings that are coming through, and whoever is jealous, then, you know, I don't think that you should dwell in their sorrow, in their depression. If this is someone that's done you wrong in the past, then, well, it's karmic justice. So I'm going to take one Lenormand here because I need a little bit more information on this melancholy card and the jealousy card. And we've got the love. Wow. So I believe that there was love once upon a time, but that's turned sour because, as I said, people love on different levels, right? This is usually the positive, the healthy love. There are people who love in very sick ways, and maybe, you know, narcissists usually put themselves first, so they love themselves first, and therefore everyone else comes after them. So what this heart is telling me is that you've got the real thing this time. It's the real thing, dear Libra. So don't worry about opening your heart and being real. Like, just go with it. Just go with it. And the 24 equals a 6. So again, that's a number of balance. Libra needs to be in balance always. And I know that you guys always give so much to others. I think it's a time for Libra to look at their heart and what makes them tick. So all the best, dear Libra. If this did not resonate with you, please watch your moon and your rising signs. I thank you so much for being here. Blessings to all of you, and talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.